Too many things here, man. Too many things happening. Turn that down. Have it as background. Can't risk any strikes because of playing music. So I'll play it in the background. There we are. Let's test these phones. Just setting up. Forgotten where the bloody thing is now. Where are you? Okay. Oh god, that's loud. Let's turn that up. There you go, that's better. That's more like it. Who we got here? Let's have a look. Liftman! Hey, how are you, buddy? How are you? Does it sound alright? That's the first thing I need to ask everybody. Is the sound okay? Stop messing with the wires and stuff like that. How's the audio? Does the audio sound good? Try not to touch the mic. All good, sir. Excellent. Do you know that means I can take these off? Because I don't actually need them. Put them down somewhere out the way. There we go. Hearing you well. Splendid. There we go. I can put these on now. I can see what I'm doing. So, I've put, you can't see it, but I've got the fog on in the background. It's very low because I don't know about playing music, you know what I mean, on YouTube Live. I'm not sure if it's a big chop. So I've decided to just put it on dead low. And the reason I've put the fog on, put it a bit beautiful. The reason I put the fog on is I'm seeing it in the cinema on Monday, and I cannot wait. And I knew we were going to be doing the watch along. Was supposed to be the fog tonight, but because I'm seeing it on the big screen on Monday, kind of don't want to ruin the fantasy of seeing it, because I haven't seen it for a while. It's been a while since I've seen the fog. So I decided to, there's got to be an easier way there. Is that way there? There you go. Hey, Sam Hain is here. All right, la. How are you, mate? Can you hear the fog in the background? Piano. I'm not sure I'm not sure how safe it is to play music, but I just wanted a little bit of background. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me know if you can hear it coming through faintly. I might just turn down a smidge. Just be safe. I don't know what it's like with. Oh, I got a thumbs up already. Good man. I don't know what it's like to play music on live. On live stream. I wanted to do. My original idea was to do playing songs, playing tracks. But then I think I was advised by somebody. It's like, dude, that's a big no. So yeah, so we just do chatting or watch alongs. That's not too bad. Hey, do you know we did Halloween 3 watch along a few weeks back? Do you remember we did Halloween 3? I did it in my lounge. It was a weird experience. Somebody I don't know who, but they were like, I had a copyright claim, like an action on my video for this little snippet of London's bridge, and they said it was theirs. I'm like, hang on a minute, it's public domain. And as far as I'm aware, it still is. So, well, certainly is anyway. Had to turn up. There you go. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll tell you more of that story now. I just want to see what Sam Hain was saying. Had to turn up a little bit, but I can hear it slightly. Also, I'm deaf, and I'm deaf. Oh, that's fair enough. I've turned it down anyway, so I just don't want any claims on me and stuff like that. Thank you so much for the like. Yeah, so this unknown person was like, "That's my song." So do you? Of course, with YouTube, it's like, do you want to continue, or do you want to have this snippet taken out, or do you want to dispute it? I was like, I'll dispute it. It's not theirs. Not a chance. Disputed it, and they were like, yeah, it's fine. It's yours. Well, not yours, but yeah, you can have it playing in your video. I was thinking, what the hell? You know what I mean? So yeah, that was funny. That was a bit mad. So, how's everyone's week been? We've all been good. I'm glad it's Friday. I would absolutely love to do a live at 9, but I work till 9:30, and I can't get out of work any earlier. Otherwise, I would. That's why I do them at 10. It's a bit late, I know, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? We have beverage. Everyone has beverage. Mine, I'm being real good today. Look what I've got. I got Ben Shaw's cream soda. No beer for me. I've had a few beers this week, and I'm a bit like, I wasn't feeling it, so I wanted something different. So I went for cream soda because we all love cream soda. So, what was Liftman saying there? Just watched Wolfman 2025 for the first time. I've not seen that either, to be honest. I've not seen that Liftman. Anyone grab anything from the Waxwork sale? I don't think it starts till Sunday, doesn't it? The Waxwork sale. I saw the advert for it. I think it's Sunday night. I'm sure it is. I mean, I haven't even had a look. Have you had a look? Has there been anything in there you want to see? You want to get? I want to see. English. Do you speak it? Oh no, it started today at 5. Oh well, I don't know why I thought it was a different day. 40% off, isn't it? Has anyone grabbed anything? I haven't looked, to be honest. It's probably dangerous. Haven't yet. I thought it ended on Sunday. Oh, that's what it is. It ends on Sunday. Right, okay. I thought it started on Sunday. Well, it was a good job I'm not looking for anything in particulars, because I would have gone on Sunday, popped along, put my things in and gone, it's over. So, no, I haven't. I haven't looked. Let's open this. Might grab Phantasm Thanksgiving, but shipping was a bit wild. So, even for Waxwork, I thought they're pretty good. Might grab Wolfman now, Lidman says. Well, if you enjoyed it and you enjoyed the score, then why not? Different. Nice. Liking it. There you go. Yeah, Waxwork are normally pretty. One thing about Waxwork and old Mondo, not the new Mondo, and Mutant is the variant, the new version now, is the shipping's pretty good. I think I've always thought their shipping was quite fair, but there again, if you're looking for 2 records, so £27 because Phantasm is a 3 LP, so box must be bigger. Yes, and if you're getting Thanksgiving as well, that's 4 records. Yeah. Do you know what? I'd love that old Mondo Phantasm, the red cover, the one that me and Liam reviewed. That would be great. I'd be happy with that, to be honest. But that triple Phantasm does look good, to be fair. I'm not going to look on the sale. No, no. It's if you don't look, then you're not tempted. You know what I mean? But yeah. Well, I might have a look. Don't know. The other thing is with Waxwork, and I'm going to get into this in a future episode, is that nothing's sacred with Waxwork anymore because they've got their plant and they just repress everything. When I did my Friday 13th video, thank you, Sam Hain, I stated in that video that the first Friday the 13th press, the one I had, the green murky one, was so sought after, apart from the liquid filled, obviously, that it was going for silly money, 60 upwards. And then, of course, it got repressed before they even had the plant, but it got repressed. And then now they've got the plant, they've repressed it in about 18 different colours. It loses, I'm sure we've talked about this before, but it loses a little bit of the chase because you know you can just get one. How many times have Waxwork repressed the thing? Loads, absolutely loads, to the point of people are probably preferring the represses because people said that the first press, the trapped under that one there, you can see it there, the trapped in, under ice press was sounded terrible. I sounds fine to me. Like I say, me and Liam, we're not massive audio, like, oh, it has to be, So I don't know. I'm not sure if I missed anything. Check there. Yeah, I will have a look. I will have a look, but I'm probably going to be a good boy. Try and be a good boy. So, the fog theme, man. So good. I wish YouTube would sort this backwards screen out because I don't like it. But it never used to be like this. It used to be the other way around because my first lives were the other way. But they must have changed it. So there you go. So yeah, going to Liam's tomorrow, filming an episode. I'm excited. It's going to be our Halloween episode, not as in it's a Halloween movie, but it's our Halloween October episode. We haven't, the last two Halloweens, we haven't been able to release something around Halloween because we just haven't been able to do it. But I know Liam goes away soon. He's going to Florida and he's not going to be here. So it's like, this is the only window he has. And I'm like, right, let's do it. So we're doing it. So going to try and film two things as well. So that'd be good. What have I had recently that I need to tell you about? We did touch on it, but we will do a proper episode on it. Was ABCD. Where is it? I can't find where it is. Ah, there it is. It's going to be backwards though, guys, unfortunately, because of the bloody YouTube thing. But let's read these comments before we show you anyway. Hopefully, trick or treat. I don't own it, mate. I don't own it. I don't think Liam does either. So unfortunately, ain't that one. I have a liquid fill Friday 13th. This is a mad story. This is Liftman. Never managed it when it dropped. Bug got talking to someone on old Mondo forums. Spin the blacker circles. He told me he had one. No. Managed to barter the copy off him. Think I paid around 150, but looking back, a bargain. Absolutely a bargain. 150 at the time. Even at the time, that's a bargain. You're talking. That was on Discogs as one of the most expensive of whatever year it was, 2014, 2013, and that's just gone up and up in price. So that's insane, dude. And TM should get Friday 13th Part 8. Do you know what? Right? I watched Part 8 yesterday. If you've been on my Tim Han's Revenge and seen the stories, I watched Part 8 yesterday. And I didn't like the score because it's not Manfredini, it's Fred. Is it Fred Mollin who's done the score? I wasn't a fan. So I don't know. I should get it for collection, but would I listen to it? There again, would I listen to the others? um, Can't believe that rating, Sam Hain says. Dude, I know you love 8, but there's some things in 8 I just struggle with. Do you know what I mean? He's going to hate me for this. I hate it when the mask comes off and he goes with his little hand. I hate it. Not a fan. Why has he got his hand up here? He's like Flanders, like purple drapes. You know what I mean? hell? I don't know. His face looks terrible in 8. Come on. Look how good his face was in 7. You know, when his mask comes off and the teeth and the, even though it is Kane Hodder, you know what I mean? Dude, Liftman, dude, guilty pleasure is I like that term grates on me. There's no such thing as guilty pleasures. You like what you like. You know what I mean? There's no, oh, it's a guilty pleasure. What? Who? To who? Who have you got to explain it to? You know what I mean? If you like it, you like it. Guilty pleasures is an awful term. Sorry, it is. I don't like it. Personally, you like what you like. I like. Who do I like? Which people go. So I like punk, metal, hardcore stuff like that. I love Newfound Glory, and people go, "Oh, you like Newfound Glory? Yeah. So what? I'm not going to say they're a guilty pleasure because I just like them. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyway, sorry, man. I get ranting when I hear guilty pleasures. It makes me rant. Um, so going back to your Friday 13th, you were absolutely floored when that happens. I'm not surprised, mate, when you got it for 150. Now, have you looked to see how much it's worth now? I don't even want to know. Um, Sam Hain saying, nah, Soggy Jason for the win. I mean, he is a bit wet, isn't he? And yeah, fair play, good man. I love the you're dead scumbag, when he kicks the boombox and he just lifts up the mask. That that was the part I remember about part 8 the most. Um, yeah, and 6 is just legendary. It really is. But anyway, what I'm going to show you, what I've got. We're doing it. We might even be able to do a little thing on this, and it's going to be backwards, but it's scored to death. So very graciously, the dude Jay, he sent us both a copy of Floor to Death, Scored to Death, and it's a compilation of covers. You're not gonna be able to see them there, I don't think. So I'll read them out. Some of them to you, not all of them. You've got the main title for Stepfather 2, Lullaby from Damien for Damien Thorne from The Omen. I'll just tell you, I won't tell you the tracks, I'll tell you what they're from. You've got Stepfather 2, The Omen, Puppet Master, Dracula, Phantasm, The Shining. What we got here? The Fog, oof, Day of the Dead, and Cannibal Holocaust. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's on beautiful color vinyl, and it's all done by. It's all. It was yeah. There's like I think 2 different bands. Jay Blake, for Cheera is the basically the guy behind it. So go on his Instagram and have a look, man. I think you can. There's loads of these. You can buy them, and you get a. If you order it, you get a. Everyone's a different color, sort of thing, and yeah, and you don't know what you get because they were like a Kickstarter type thing, and they hit their goal and they were managed to make them. So yeah, it is available if you go on our Instagram and there's a post. I think we posted that on the Instagram, and I'm sure if you go to, I think we tagged him. You go on his page, you'll go on Instagram, and go onto his links, and you can get this, and it's great. It really is. So we're doing a little unboxing reviewy type thing. Hopefully tomorrow with the other episode. I think that record stopped. Let me change it. Oh, look at them inner labels. There we go. Lovely. Back in the room. Okay. I love this. This is a live with like us three. It's great. Yeah. What have I missed? I've seen some things there. Would love the score to death is available. Did you see there's a bootleg of Alien 3, 25 copies only? I did, mate. Yes. I have the bootleg version of Return of the Living Dead, which is a major grail of mine. I got it. Been after it for about 5 or 6 years. Been, what are they called? Blowout Records. It's harder than it's easier to get into Project Mayhem than it is to get into that group, that little club type thing. But somebody, friend of a friend of a friend, had a copy, got in touch, said, "Dude, know you love Return of the Living Dead. Would you like to buy it?" Oh my god, yes, got it. It's here. I played it. Sound quality was a little quiet. It was a little. It was a little disappointing. I must admit. Truthfully, it was a little disappointing. So the Alien 3, would it be the same? I'm not a fan of that artwork, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that artwork. The Alien 3 one. I know it's the drawings from H.R. Giger or Geiger or whatever his name is, however you say it. But I wanted the black and I wanted the Queen, in the classic 3, I know. But yeah, I'm not 100% sold on them, but I might be wrong. My pressing might be quiet. I'm going to take it to Liam's tomorrow so he can play it on his, because I need someone else to hear it and go, is that quiet or is it just me? You know what I mean? I do that with Liam. Me and Liam do things like, dude, just is this, am I hearing things or what? So I do that sometimes. I'll take something to him, dude. Is this too damaged? Do I need to get this replaced? Speaking of damages, not major, but what do you think of this, guys? I need your advice. Vinyl nuts. Look what arrived. Oh my god. That is incredible. This is by Mutant. And I've been after. I mean, I know this is a horror channel, but I love Star Wars. And I've wanted episode 1, 2, and 3 on vinyl forever. And Mutant did it. They actually did it for the 25th. You have that incoming. I'm not going to spoil it then. I'm not going to show you a lot, but I will show you is I've got this tear at the top. You see that? Yeah. It's not major, but it is a tear. And it's on the back as well. A little one. See it? Just at the top. It's more noticeable. It's more noticeable on the front. You can see it now, yeah? I'm not overly fussed, but every time I pull it out, I go, hmm. And that was in the cellophane. So it must have been pushed or something in transit, whatever. But I'm not gonna show you it because if you've got it coming, then I don't want to spoil it, you know. Sam Hain said he missed the color variant, so he held off. I managed to get the color variant, but I'm not gonna spoil it now. But yeah, so see, I just caught that now with my hand putting it down. I caught that tear. So I put episode 3 on before I went to work. Oh, it sounds incredible. The presses. Um, yeah, Sam Hain saying send them a message about a new cover and see what they say. Yeah, it might. Yeah, no harm, I suppose, in trying. The the sound Mutant do is absolutely. Oh, hey, here we go. Wow, look at that. It's Christopher's here. Hey, happy Friday. I'm running around Texas, but stop to say hi. Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate that. Um, so the Mutant stuff just sounds incredible. Really does. Everything I've got by Mutant, I've got Alien Romulus, I've got the Romulus suite, and now I've got that. It just sounds so good. Mutant is just killing it. Absolutely killing it right now. Absolutely. I missed a message or two. Let's go back. Sam Hain says he still needs to grab that. There you go. Go back. Sam Hain had said, "How does Evil Dead and The Shining bootleg sound?" Right. I don't have the Shining one. Does Liam have it? Or no, he's got the original. I don't think he needs the. I've seen the Shining bootleg at cons, at horror cons and stuff like that, but I've held off getting it. Um, but the Evil Dead one sounds incredible. But that's not by Blowout. That was by Within the Woods Records. And I can't. I thought I put on Evil Dead the other day. Actually, start of Halloween, October 1st. I put that on. I think I posted it on my Instagram, and it sounded so good. If you can get that Evil Dead um, bootleg, excuse me, with the red vinyl, it's absolutely beautiful. I can't fault it. Absolutely, really is good. So Yeah, Sam Hain says, yeah, everything I have from them is perfect as well, to be fair. It is. I can't fault Mutant. Do you know, I was talking to somebody in work and explaining the whole Mondo Funko thing, very briefly, because they're not into records or anything. And yeah, the whole Mondo thing um, was unfortunate. It was a really, do you remember when it happened? It was a really weird time because you were like, what's going to happen now? Because Mondo, Waxwork, TerraVision, a little bit smaller company, but who else did you have? Rust Blade Records. There was a few others, but you had this group of like the record labels that you would constantly go for. And Mondo and Waxwork were like the two, I'd say the two highest, the two well known, yeah? They were doing things by, like, say, Star Wars, doing Marvel, and Waxwork were doing like the Friday 13th and Beetlejuices or whatever. And then the whole thing happened with Mondo, and it was just like, what we're gonna do now? What are we gonna do? What's gonna happen now? It was such a weird time, and I think the only thing that really suffered from the Mondo Funko fiasco, if that's what you want to call it, is Death Waltz. I miss Death Waltz. I know it's the technically Mutant is the same thing because it's still Spencer and it's still Mo and everyone else. I think Shannon and loads of other people in the team. But Death Waltz to me was, I don't know, there was something really special about Death Waltz. My actual slip mat is a Death Waltz. It's the pink one, the pink and what is it? Oh, it's black. You can't see it. It's the pink and blues or whatever it is. I just loved Death Waltz. So that was a horrible, weird time. But we got Mutant out of it. It's not like they've disbanded completely. We got Mutant, and so far they've been killing it. Like I say, every press, absolutely astounding. They've done so many things. I mean, to get episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, that's huge. It's absolutely huge. I mean, it was released by I Am Shark, yeah, in 2016, and it's like 500 quid. It's 500 quid everywhere you go. So I was never going to be purchasing that. And the fact is, the I Am Shark version had Matt Mumford artwork on it, so it was brand new. It had everything. Well, this is Matt Ferguson, this episode 3, and it's incredible. Absolutely. Ooh, gatefold. I'm not going to show you the gatefold. You're going to have to just wait and see. So yeah. So I missed a message here from Chris. Gave SP a plug on my newest video at the end. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. From the Romulus Suite as well. Yeah, what's with the PVC sleeve? Why off? Have to run. I'm off. He's getting off. All right, dude. Nice one. Do you know what that I saw on the Mutant Facebook group, Mutant Vinyl Fans? Somebody had posted Romulus, and they were like, "I got it. It's amazing. Why is this got a plastic cover?" They were really quite sort of put out by it. And Spencer came on and said, um, I've had records in those plastic sleeves for 30 years. They've been fine. Those are specially made. They will be fine, and they probably will be fine. And I've left mine in, to be fair, but I do own some records that are in plastic, those plastic old sleeves, and yeah, it's ruined the record. So it has done that. But I think, yeah, it's a weird one because I'll trust what Spencer says because of the new plastic sleeves, and they do feel different. But some of the ones I've got here, I've got some like some hardcore bands, and you pull out the record and it looks murky, it looks cloudy because the plastic is ingrained into the records. So it's like some do, some don't. But you know, but yeah, but like I say, I find that the Mutant Vinyl Fans page or most of the Facebook pages, it's people complaining. So I've obviously got episode 3 and it's got a seam split at the top. I didn't post that I had a seam split. I just posted like it's here. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like there's a time and a place to address these things. Do you have to tell the world publicly? I put that episode 3 on my Tin Man's Revenge today. I didn't put that there was a seam split at the top. You know what I mean? What good is it going to do? You know, unless you're emailing that company direct and saying any chance of a spare cover, then you know. So there you go. Rant over. There we go. What have I missed here? It's not the same releases though, is it? Deathwalt's grabbed a lot of smaller horror films. Yeah, Mutant seems to be a bigger release, but everything they do is incredible so far, so not bad at all. Not just a direct Deathwalt's replacement. Okay, so yeah, what you say, I get what you're saying, and I think with that, because Deathwaltz and Mondo merged, you had a mixture. So you had your Deathwaltz stuff. Did they do Halloween 3? Was it It's Death Waltz and Mondo, wasn't it? You know, the orange, the pumpkin face. But then Mondo brought out Ant-Man and the Wasp, for example. So they had, Mo did the non-horror stuff, and I think Spencer was always on the horror side. When it was just Death Waltz, he was bringing out things like his first release was Zombie Flesh Eaters, for example. So with Mutant, it's the same thing where they can do normal stuff and um, and horror. Now, I think why Death Waltz I think was such a pull was because it was pure horror, wasn't it? And the logo was incredible and the name was incredible. I always said that's a great name for a band, for a thrash band, Death Waltz. Imagine that. It'd be so good. Yeah, brilliant, man. I missed a couple of comments there. Sam Hain says, I think as well it probably had a lot of access to them similar smaller films under mass licensing with having Mondo. Yeah, I think you see when Spencer had Death Waltz, he could go after things that people were like, "What? Who? What? I've never heard of it." You know what I mean? So he could release stuff because if you go back and look at early Death Waltz, like 2013, he's got like Forbidden Planet, is it, and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people don't know anything about that. You know what I mean? Uh, really sad to see a label like Shapeshift Records came and went so fast. Shapeshift, I never even heard of him, dude. Oh my god. Agree on the niche horrors were covered by Death Waltz. Can't see Mutant releasing the Greasy Strangler. You never know, if What's Name gets hold of it, if Spencer's, it's possible. It is possible. So what was Shapeshift? What were they releasing? I've totally missed them. And when was that? Because, I've been collecting since about, 20, maybe say 2015, 2014, like scores, like hardcore collecting scores. Obviously vinyl a long time, but have I missed all that? I didn't even know anything about Shapeshift. There was a company, what were they called? It reminds me of Shapeshift. Oh my god, they did game scores. They had like Ghostbusters 2, where they did it 8-bit and it was on vinyl. And they did a Friday 13th one. What was the name of the company? I am following them on my Instagram. Um, I don't know, but I did email them because I was like, dude, you're selling like the Ghostbusters 2 8-bit score and it looks beautiful on like pink slime, you know what I mean? Because of Ghostbusters 2. But the shipping was like double the price of the record. And I was like, guys, no, I can't do it. Is there any way you can have it less coming to the UK? And they're like, no, sorry. I'm like, well, I ain't buying it. Sorry. Will not spend. I won't buy a record for 20 quid and then the postage would be 20 quid. You know what I mean? So if it's more, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I am not spending more on postage to get the item to me. It doesn't matter how rare it is and how amazing it is. I think that's why I've stopped buying a lot of stuff from the US because of it just being incredibly insane when it comes to pricing. It really is, yeah. Shapeshift were a US company. They release chip tunes for Ghostbusters 2, etc. That's Shapeshift. Oh, it is them. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? 'Cause the name rang a bell and it made Lift Man. That name has rung a bell, and I've not even twigged that it's the same thing. Yeah, they did Friday 13th with the Jason mask in the water. Is that right? And they did the Ghostbusters 2 one, and they had like warped records they could sell for cheaper, but it was still expensive with postage. Yeah, Shapeshift. It is. It's the same company. I can't believe. I can't believe it. You mentioned it, and I thought of no. There's another company I'm thinking of. It's the same one. They did Batman as well. That's right. They did 89 Batman, wasn't it? Was it 89? Wow. I believe that. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, Shapeshift. I didn't even know they went. I didn't even know they folded. Correct. Yeah, that's right. I didn't even know they'd folded. Sam Haines saying, well, if Mondo are with a bigger studio, they will throw in access to the load of stuff. At least that's how it works with Arrow and Scream Factory. Like, yeah, true. Yeah. I just need, I mean, I know there's that, we've talked about this, there's the bootleg of Alien 3. I just want Alien 3. I've got it on CD, but I want it. I want the expanded score. There was an expanded CD by La La Land, which I missed, and now it goes for like 60, 70 quid, which I'm not paying for a CD. But they need to release it on vinyl. Uh, oh, there you go. They announced they were stopping as prices to release were too high, basically. Yeah, it's probably the same as it. You see, I wanted their stuff, but it cost too much to send it over here. So then it's one less sale. And if people kept doing that, then it's just gonna, you know what I mean? It's a shame. It's a shame. It's just so hard to release vinyl. Okay, so for example, my band, we are releasing a new EP soon. We've recorded it. We're just doing the vocals, then the backing vocals, and then we'll release it. I looked at releasing it on vinyl, like get prices. Oh my god, it's absolutely insane. So if I wanted 100 black 7 inches, yeah, without covers, this is just the vinyl pressed, sent to me, and I get my own covers. I think it was about 2 grand, and it's like, well, that's insane because I would never spend more personally. I would never spend more than 10 quid on a 7 inch record. So if we want to make money on these and get our money, even if we just were to break even, we've got to sell them for more than a tenner, and nobody's going to buy them. So we can't release it on vinyl. We need a record label who will say, "Here's 2 grand, do it," and we'll reap the benefits back. That's what you need. You need a label to do it. You cannot do it yourself unless you have throwaway cash or you don't mind not making money back on it. But releasing vinyl is insane. Saying that, Waxwork have now asked, put out the feelers for anyone wanting their records pressed. So I emailed Waxwork and they came back to me with a price list and the color chart. It's amazing and it's actually quite cheap. But there again, I'm I'm just one of four in my band, so I can't just go ahead and go, let's buy it because all three of us, the rest of us, have got to agree, haven't we? Has that ended now? Yeah, the fog's ended. What should we have next? Not that you guys can hear it, but we need to choose something. Love me some original fog. What have I done with the slip here? What should we have? Anyone got any suggestions? Take suggestions on the nose. Put that back in. Safety first. Beautiful. Goddamn beautiful press. Absolutely incredible. Roll on Monday. Hey? Roll on Monday. Let's watch it on the big screen. I know what I want to put on. Has anyone said anything? Have I missed anything? People might be suggesting stuff. No, it's all good. Okay, cool. Fancy a bit of Alien. I haven't played this in a while. Acid Blood. Nice. Which side have I got here? The Craft main title. Here we go. Beautiful. There we go. And we're back in the room. Sorry, guys. Just had to change my record. Needed something else to listen to. Yeah, so what were we talking about? Yeah, getting vinyl pressed. So yeah, it's so expensive. So hats off to any of these record labels who start out who can literally just like, yeah, well, I got a friend of mine, Adam. He has his own record label, Footloose Records. He hasn't released anything for a while, but he released stuff for bands, which is amazing, and he gets it pressed, and he has like boxes and boxes of them. Unfortunately, most of the bands then break up, so then the record becomes redundant, and he's like, I can't keep doing it because these bands keep breaking up, and it happens. So it's hard, man. That's why a lot of these bands release cassettes because cassettes are super collectible. Turn that up a smidge because I can't really hear it, and it's Jerry Goldsmith. You know what I mean? Legend, R.I.P. I was talking to a mate in work. He's not really a horror guy, but I've suggested a few to him, and he said, "Oh, I've never seen Alien." What? Or aliens? Oh my god! Change that right now. Change that exactly right now. So he's halfway through Alien, and he's absolutely loving it. And what made it more fun was like he's watching it, and he's never seen it before, and he was absolutely stunned that it was from 1979. He was like, "It just looks incredible," and I'm like, "Exactly, it does look incredible." You know, so because we were talking about it, I fancied putting it on. That's why we're listening to a bit of Alien, a bit of Jerry, good old Jezza. Fizzy that, man. Anyone else bought anything? Anyone else looking to buy anything? Have I got anything else? Not score wise. I tell you what, I have been trying to look for. So I want to do. I've just done a Friday 13th, like an unboxing collection video. I really enjoyed doing that. I want to do a Nightmare on Elm Street one. Oh, you bought the Liftman bought the original soundtrack to Squid Games. I've seen the first season, and I started the second season, and I stopped. I'm terrible for carrying on. If something is ongoing, I never get around to it. But is it what is it? Soundtrack as in the music, and Cobra Kai Volume 2 box set for Mutant. Oh, nice. My missus absolutely loves Karate Kid. She's watched them all. She was mad on Karate Kid. I've never been a big fan of Karate Kid as growing up. I was a bit like, yeah, I watched it, but I've never seen the show. Again, it's TV shows, and it's sitting down having to watch each one. I I just haven't got the time. That's all it is. It's not that I just don't like them. I just don't have the time to sit and watch hours and hours, which is which is a shame because I sat for hours and hours and watched Alien Earth, and yeah, that was a waste of time to be honest. But anyway, yeah. So I want to do a Nightmare on Elm Street collection because I've got rather than tell you what I've got, what I need. Okay, I need an OG Varese #1. I need that. Don't own that. And I need the score and the soundtrack to Freddy's Dead Part 6. And then I think one, two, three. I'll have if I can get the score to Part 1, the score to Part 6, I will have 1 to 6 because 7 is only a released 7 was only released via the box set. It's not been released singularly. So I was looking on Discogs for the score Vara Saraband, released in Germany. The only one press in 1991. Was it 91? There's one on Discogs, and it's currently on about £230. No, can't do it. Can't do it. I'd spring 100. I'd spend 100 on it because I know it's A, an investment, and B, it's part of the collection and all that and stuff like that. But not two. Two is crazy. I've only ever bought one record that cost me 200, and it's a band. It's not even a score. It's by a band. It's a mispress. There's only four in the entire world. It's a blue marble instead of green marble. But I know I can get the money back on that if I ever wanted to sell it. The soundtrack to Six to Freddy's Dead is available. It's it's a bit less, but still quite high. So my buddy Gibson Graphics, he messaged me, he said, "Dude, is this the one you want?" I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, I picked this up at a horror convention in a basket. It was a tenner. My God, that's the soundtrack, not the score. That's the soundtrack. You know, with the classic Freddy's dead hand coming through the clouds. Classic. Yeah, I love it when people find things that are ridiculous. You know, you walk into like a charity shop and you go through the bins and you see it and you're just like, oh. You take it out and you're like, oh my God. And you try and act as calm as you can, but you're like, you know, you've got yourself a bargain. And the only time I've ever done that is I walked into a charity shop and I did go through the records. I don't normally do it because it's always like, you know, James Last or something like that. And I went into the record shop and I looked and I was like, huh, I don't own that and I do want it. And it's £6. I picked it up. It was Rocky for the soundtrack with a bit of score in it. You know what I mean? With the fighting montage. Had to have that for £6. But never been that lucky to go in and go, oh my God, it's like a grail for like a fiver. Never been that lucky. I don't, I see people on Instagram going, I found this in a charity shop for a couple of quid. Did you really? Or are you just making it sound like you did? Because that doesn't happen. Or at least it doesn't happen where where I'm from anyway, where I live. What have I missed here? Uh, didn't hate Alien Earth, but I didn't, and it didn't feel like Alien. It really didn't. Yeah, I didn't as much didn't hate it. I just didn't connect with it. And Liftman saying, "Oh, TM, did you watch Caramel Ferox? Or still on the watch list? Still on the watch list, unfortunately. I've not watched a single DVD that Sam Hain gave me from that box. I haven't watched any of them. I just haven't had the time, to be honest. I do want to watch that. Um, what is it? The remake of My Bloody Valentine, just because Tom Atkins is in it. Need to see that. I've got to watch it, and then of course that will go on the list of Tom Atkins watch-alongs, won't it? 100% will. Ah, superb stuff. Yeah, so I'm looking at part six. I want to get part six, Freddy's Dead score and soundtrack. But it's just so expensive, and especially the score. But if I can get that and I can get an OG one, I'd happily do a collection video because I feel like I need to have. I mean, I didn't have part eight, did I, Friday 13th? But I suppose I could. No, I could do. I could do it. I've got one, two versions of two, two versions of three, two versions of four, and the score to five. So you know what? I might do it. Yeah, I might just do it. Might just do a thingy. They've just released the 4K of the box set, haven't they? The 4K, but with the steel books for all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. It's great. I'm not into 4K, so it doesn't affect me, but it's nice nonetheless. I think you get it on Amazon or something like that. What are you saying there, buddy? What does a one go for? Is it that? What does a go one go for? Um, I've seen one cheaper. I think I've seen one for about 120, which isn't bad for a part one. Um, an OG, yeah. I think an original. Liam's got the OG. Oh, it's beautiful. It's got the cellophane on it. Get that off straight away. I think I've seen it for about 120, which isn't too bad. And I know Andrew Della, who's on the Instagram and stuff like that. He's down the OG rabbit hole. But um, yeah, I don't know. I love is the Mondo Death Waltz one, is it expanded? I'm sure that's expanded because you've got like the stingers in it. You know the you know the. I think that's expanded. Let's have a look. Let's see. Let's see. A B C D E F G. Where am I looking? I don't know. Where are you? Let's see. Oh no, that's part one. That's part two. I'm looking at the wrong one. Can't get to the bloody thing. Yeah, I think I can't get it out. It's yeah, I think it's got expanded. It's weird actually when it comes to Nightmare on Elm Streets because I've managed to get 2, 3, 4, and 5 relatively cheap. Um, Sam Hain saying when they released that, it was a good time for record releases. Oh mate, at one point, do you remember how good it was? How insane? How they released the sweaty, the sweater variant, and then there was another one. It was a fancier one, like a Frightmare special, but I preferred the sweater variant and went for that. I go for what looks nicer rather than the rarity one because you can get something that's rarer, but if you like the look of another one, there you go. Mondo, he's saying Sam Hain, Mondo and Waxwork heyday was elite. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, and he went for the sweater variant as well. I'm getting it out. I got to get it out. It's amazing. I'll tell you what I loved about when they released the knocking the mic. Sorry, guys. What I loved about when they released this is that it's from the box set, wasn't it? Is they switched it round, and I'd said this in an old comment. It's like I love the Nightmare on Elm Street, but that's the front cover of the box set, and I always thought that was the back cover. That was better, and they did it. They actually swapped it round. Yeah, Mondo Death Waltz in the corner. Look, both logos untouchable. Oh, how good! I know it's backwards, but and there's a big giant mic in the way. But look how good that is. Yeah, they swapped the covers. Yeah. So if you bought the box set, that's the front cover. Yeah, of the box set, and that's the back cover. Um, Now, funnily enough, I can say it now because Mondo and Death Waltz era has finished. I I think we were messaging Spencer on the SP Instagram because Spencer would come talk back and forth. He's done a couple of video things for us here, um, and I mentioned about will they ever release part two because part two is my favorite. Part two is my absolute favorite. Although this is an absolute beaut. The score by Christopher Young for part two is just still to this day terrifying. Absolutely love it. Oh, and the way Freddy looks in part two as well. Oh, it's so good. So I asked him, I said, are you ever going to release two from the box set? Are you going to release it single? And he messaged back, and this is way before they actually did. He said, we're doing 2 and 3. And I was like, because I had my finger on the trigger for an original part two. And he said, hold off because we're doing 2 and 3. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't tell anyone apart from Liam because he's on the Instagram as well. But we were like, oh my God. And then Mondo Death Waltz, the Funko thing happened. And then the Funko version of Mondo, they released them, didn't they? Recently. And I managed to begrudgingly, I picked them both up because some guy was selling both of them together, basically 2 for 1. That was the price, which was amazing. The only time I would ever support the new Funko Mondo because I'm not into it. I'm sorry, and they aren't gatefold, and that's what Spencer said. He goes, "We had gatefolds planned for 2 and 3." So like this, where that had the gatefold with Freddy, yeah, they had gatefolds planned for 2 and 3, but the new Mondo would just like bang it out, and it's just a single disc. And there's even if it is a single disc, it's no gatefold. So they definitely have. There's no love in the Funko Mondo version of Mondo now, absolutely. And apart from me buying them second hand and trying not to support them, I don't care. I don't care for them, and I think a lot of us are like that. I think my record's finished. Be with you now, guys. Beautiful, beautiful press. Yeah. So, um, yeah, I don't like the new version at all. So yeah, the scratched in A and B on the center labels is a great touch. Favorite little detail, absolutely, mate. Should we have a look? Should we do it? Should we have a look? Go on then. You've tempted me. Ooh, it didn't take much. Okay, down there. I love the color of this. The Freddy sweater variant. It's just beautiful. It's going to be backwards to you, unfortunately, but look. How good is that? Look at that. Those inner labels with the scratched in A and B, like you say. Astounding. Absolutely. You make me want to buy records, man. Off eBay to see what's about. Sorry, dude. It's just I live and breathe it, man. I absolutely live and breathe it. I was on eBay earlier. I was looking on eBay going, nope, stop. Yeah, yeah, man. Sam Haney, you need to carry on with the OG route. I know you've been stung a few times, but you need to get back on it because there's some GMs out there. But look at that. I might have to go on next after Alien, depending on how long we're going. Oh my god, we did nearly an hour. Holy hell! Time flies when you're just talking records, man. Absolutely love it. What you're going to be looking for? That's the question. You know, when looking at records on eBay, but what you're going to look for? I'm always looking for. I know it's mad because I've got two variants of it, but I want the other variant of Army of Darkness, which I don't have. So I've got the black Mondo one, and I've got the Varese. Um, oh, here we go. Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah, back to yeah. I want to get the blue and black swirl, the Vortex swirl. So expensive, so expensive. I'd even trade the black Mondo as part of it if that was the case, but it's just too expensive. There's not many out there anymore. That's the thing. So just saw an OG Dream Warriors for 40 or best offer. That may be a shout. And always the Fog OG and Waxwork release. Yeah, I need the Waxwork, the Fog as well. Um, the OG Dream Warriors. Is it in decent nick for 40? Because that ain't bad. Dream Warriors score soundtrack because there's two. So there's three actually for Dream Warriors. No, hang on. Four. There's no. Oh, I'm getting confused. What have we got for part three? It comes with. I've got the one with the Freddy's got the big coat on. Yeah, that's part three. There is a Dockham one. Yeah, so I'll get. Let me get them, and then you know what you're after. Then you know what I mean. Okay, I got all my Elm Streets here. Okay. Okay. So that's the score for Part 3. That I don't think there's a soundtrack to 3. There's just the score, but there's two versions. You've got this cover, the UK one by TER, and then you've got the one by Varese, which has that's the one. Yeah, okay. And then the Varese one has the classic hand with the poster, the eyeballs, and all the Dream Warriors are stood there. That's beautiful, but it's the same record. This, if you remember the review, these are not on the film. So, as beautiful as it looks, yeah, Freddie in his crazy little big coat, it's not like we did in the review. It's not the proper score. There's snippets of it, but it ain't the proper score. What you need, I can't show you because it's at Liam's house. He's got my copy of 3. Ah, okay, I'm out. Sorry, man. I don't want you to spend on it and then you put it on and go, what's this from? Because if you remember our episode, we did it and it was like, where's this in the movie? And then we found out the expanded score from the new Mondo Funko. The second disc has the score from the movie on it. If you're on Spotify, I don't do Spotify, but if you're on Spotify, I think you get all of it on that, so you can hear the second, like basically what the second disc would be. Like I say, I haven't got it here because Liam's got it, because we were going to re-review that little chunk of the score, because technically when we did our review for part 3, we felt like we were cheating everyone because it wasn't really the score. In fact, we had one really sort of like narky comment going, "Why are you reviewing that? Why are you calling it part 3 when it clearly isn't?" I'm like, "Yeah, we stated that in the episode. We know it's not it's not the score, but this is the record they've given us." You know what I mean? So we understand what you're saying. So we were going to redo part 3. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. There are bits in it that are really good. But is it 40 quid worth of good? You know what I mean? So when it comes to part 4, there's a score and a soundtrack to part 4. So this is the score to 4. Yeah. Even though that's a picture from part 3. Really confusing. That's Dream Warriors. That's the bit with the Joey with the mirrors. Don't doesn't make sense at all. And that's part 3 as well. That's I said, "Where's the fucking bourbon?" You know what I mean? That scene, with his mum, underlay with her mum. Sorry, yeah, it is. They're both. That's the score to 4, but both images are from part 3. I don't understand it, but that's the score. If you want the score by Craig Safan, and then the soundtrack with the easily the better cover is that one for part 4. That's the soundtrack. That's got like the Sea Hags on it. What's it got on it? It's even got what's the name? It's got one track of the score on it. Where is it? Don't be go Wester on it. I'm sure there was a song here by what's the name who played Kristen in this. I'm sure she did a song on this. What was it? What was her name? Blondie's on it. Sea Hags performed by Go West. Love Kills. No, where was the song that's I can't think. Anyway, yeah, so that's the soundtrack. And then 5, I've only got the score to 5. So that's the score, which I haven't played yet because I need to rewatch the movie and then listen to the score. There is a soundtrack to part 5, but the soundtrack logo is on the other side. That's to note. But you'll know what you'll get it on the back if it's score or it's soundtrack anyway. But need to listen to them. So yeah, that's welcome to Freddy 101. He's saying that's wild. It is wild. I don't know why. I don't know why they changed the images. It's crazy. But I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Who's your favourite Is it your big hitters? Your Michael Myers, your Freddy, or your Jason? They're your three big hitters, aren't they? Or your Hellraiser? I'd say the three main hitters are Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers. Me, hands down, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, I love it. I've been watching the Friday 13th. What did I watch the other night? I watched four. Four is great. I watched six. Can't fault six. I watched seven and eight. I don't know why I went. I started with six, then I went seven, eight, and then I watched four. I don't know why, but I fancied watching four. Four's really good. I think top tier. Um, yeah, Jason as a franchise, Leatherface as a character for me. Yeah, see, of course, dude, Leatherface. You know what I mean? Um, I've only ever seen the first two. I need to watch the third one, but now I've got that DVD from you. I can watch the third. I think that's the third one, isn't it? Leatherface. I think that's the DVD. Not Cinema Club. What they call Entertainment and Video. Oh, I love it. It's great. But yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, Freddy for me. Absolutely. Who would you be? Who would be your Michael Myers for me? Liftman says. Not weirdly. The the reason why the Halloween's incredible. Yeah, the Halloween idea is more incredible than the movies. I think because one is incredible, two is really gory, three is Season of the Witch, and you know, absolutely love it. Four and five, and then six, and then seven, and then all these different not remakes, but like different done by different trilogies, done by whatever and stuff like that. I don't think he's been. I don't think Michael Myers has been a consistent. The films haven't been good enough to make it, in my eyes, personally, for me. I don't think the way the Halloween movies have been treated, the way they've not treated. What's the word? The way they've been made haven't put Michael in the best light. I think sometimes it could have been so much better if they hadn't done Season of the Witch. Although I still think Season of the Witch should have been the idea. What every year new Halloween movie. Oh, I wish that was a thing. That's a topic for another night. We'll do that. What could have happened? Oh, my God, can you imagine? Um, yeah. So Sam Haney said, I generally like one to four Halloween. Then it is done. Even the new trilogy, the more I watch it, the less I like it. Good point. So one one to four is good. One to four is good. Five, I mean, look, it looked weird. His mask looks awful. And then you've got H2O, which I didn't mind at the time, but I've not watched it in a long time, so I don't know about H2O. Resurrection's terrible. I mean, Buster Rhymes, man. Trick or treat, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Um, I like to throw that out at Halloween, around October, randomly in the street at people. Trick or treat. You know what I mean? Um, I loved 2018, apart from Dr. Satane putting the mask on and all that. Wasn't a fan of that. And then Kills was okay, but because Ends didn't really didn't really do it for me. It hasn't tainted the first one, but I watch it going, oh, look, I know where they're going to go with this. You know what I mean? It's like they had something really special with a part of 2018. I think they just took a wild swing. They did the Halloween 3, but they just right. Michael Myers is so loved. Yeah, that's why it came back for 4 and 5, even if it wasn't the greatest. That he's so loved that you can't really mess with him. You can't have him being overrun by a teenager in the sewer. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. And I think it didn't respond well because people. I would have loved Corey to have carried on. I think if Corey, spoilers for Ends, if Corey hadn't died, yeah, and he'd carried on after Michael, fine. I, I welcome the new. I wanted Danielle Harris. I wanted Jamie Lloyd at the end of four. The ending to four is absolutely incredible. The ending to 4, she's there with the scissors, doing the breathing in a mask. Unbelievable. And then they chickened out and they didn't do it. They went back to Jason. Jason. They went back to Michael. Ruined opportunities, and they did it with Corey. They could have done it. They set him all the way up to this certain point, and then they just get rid of him. And what was the point in setting it up? What was the point of having him? Don't know. But I welcome a new character because you can't carry on. You can't carry on with it. Sam Hain saying the intro and the ending to 4 is incredible. I love that intro. Oh, the pumpkins, the orange, the purpley sky, the font, untouchable. Probably the best opening of all of them, to be honest. I think so. Right, yeah, it's finished. I'm going to turn them off because it's just constantly up and down. It's just I'll have to turn around to do that. Won't be able to do it. There we go. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Okay, what we got there? Missed that from you, Sam. Hey, my good man. And then the town hall carrying him to his death is horrendous. Yeah. It's not spoilers for the chat. I've already mentioned it. No, mate. There's a bit where they're carrying him to the incinerator or whatever it is, And then the sheriff turns up with a cowboy hat, and they're like, "Hey, you can't do this." It's like, "We can tonight." It's just like, oh dear me. I need to get ends on score to complete the collection, but I don't really want it. I don't even know if it's any good. Sam Hain, you've got the score, haven't you, to ends? I'm sure you did. I know Liam bought it, and he said the score's great, but I don't know. Oh, hard watch, man. Hard watch. I've only watched it once. I need to rewatch it, but yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah. So what we're saying, Liftman says I have a soft spot for 6, which is the curse. Like the idea, especially producer's cut. Well, yeah, because there's 2 versions, isn't there, of 6. I did like 6 when I was younger. Paul Rudd, you know what I mean. So what do you say there? I paid £12 for it. Even that was lazy off Carpenter compared to the others. I thought that. I don't think it when I was watching Ends. Luckily, I didn't go cinema. I think I just watched it. I think Liam sent me a link. I was like, "Oh, go on then," and I watched it, which I was glad for because I would have been annoyed if I was at the cinema and I'd seen that. I remember hearing it because obviously I think you guys are like us. When you go and see a movie now, I think because we're so ingrained in movie scores and stuff, we hear the score probably a little bit more than say an average person would. I did the same with drums because I'm a drummer. I listen to the drummer. I watch drummers. It's a similar thing. And I remember watching it and going, "This score's not grabbing me. Why isn't this grabbing me? It's just John Carpenter." You know what I mean? I think I think he'd run out of ideas, to be honest, because the first one was a reimagining of the um it was a reimagining of the original, but it was done with guitars and stuff, wasn't it? And like you had the you've seen the video of them with the string on like a bow. What was that? Hans Zimmer. It could be a guitar with a violin string, and that was amazing. Um, and then Kills was started off with the orchestral, on that, and that was brilliant. I loved that. Kills is a great score as well, but Ends just was really. I wasn't feeling it, but I need to re-listen to it, so I can't say for definite. What have we missed there? I've been listening to once, so I'll throw it up tomorrow. Throw it on tomorrow, see how it holds up. Well, if you get rid of it, dude, you know who'll take it off you. Didn't have the little Halloween hits that thread through the other 2 films I found. That's what Sam Hain was saying about Ends. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the nail on the head. I mean, we me and Liam, we've reviewed 2018. We feel like we need to do kills and then ends in order. I don't want to just do ends. You know what I mean? Or we need to do kills first and we'll do ends. But we need to do them. And we need to get back onto some Halloween episodes because we've done Halloween. We've done Halloween 3. We've not done 2. Not done 4 or 5, which Liam owns 4 and 5. I've got 2. He's got a version 2. And then after that, I don't think they haven't released 6, have they? No. 6 and 7. No one would buy 7 anyway. Don't even know who did 7. But at least 4 and 5 is Alan Howarth. Score wise, anyway. Kills is a great score. That's the one I put on out of that trilogy. Wow. See, I like 2018, the expanded version. I really like that. I always play the expanded version because the first cue, I think, is Aaron Meets Michael is the track from the expanded 2018. Love it. That's when he sees him in the yard and before he pulls out the mask. And then when he pulls out the mask, you can hear the score change. It's so good. So good. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, it's that's everyone's different, you know. Not the same as a beer, must admit. Need to get some more beers in. Whoa. Wow. But I do need ends to complete the collection. And I do want what I've found as what I'm doing with Halloween is I'm getting a regular edition and an art edition. I want both of each. So I need the regular ends and an art edition of ends. And for some reason, when ends came out, me and Liam were going around Liverpool looking for records, and the art editions are normally quite expensive, aren't they? They can be pretty hefty. And I think because ends wasn't doing very well when it first came out, that I walked into a record shop in Liverpool, and it had the art edition of Kills, and it was 20 quid, and I was like, ah, hello, and I got that, kept that. So hopefully, as time's gone on, I might be able to get a decent price for ends, because that's the thing. I'm not a fan of the film. The score didn't grab me, and Sam Hain, you're saying similar. So I don't really want to spend loads on it, just to really complete a collection. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Interesting though. Interesting. Yeah, I need to get back on some Halloween. Need to watch some Halloween movies. Definitely. Well, guys, 77 minutes. Wow, we've been going on a while. So yeah, we'll think about wrapping up. I don't want it to be too long. So, great vinyl chat though, guys. Me and you two, Liftman and Sam Hain. Them art auditions are quality. Yeah, that's why I grabbed that £12 copy. It was on sale on Amazon. Only reason I got it, bargain for 12 quid. You can't go wrong. Art auditions as well are no different. It's just fancy cover, same score. So the only way you get anything new is the expanded. So yeah, but absolutely great vinyl chat, guys. I can't believe we've gone through Nightmare on Elm Street. We've gone through Halloween. We've got a bit of Star Wars. What else were we talking about? We were talking about everything, weren't we? To be fair, yeah. I did see a comment. I missed it back from Sam Hain. Sorry. I know I've missed one. It's quite far back. Very tempted by the 4K box set, not the steelbooks though. That's too expensive. I don't know how much they are. The steelbooks look amazing, but yeah, they do look good because they have the original artwork on them and stuff like that. I thought the box for the Nightmare box though was just very basic. I know they slot in nice and it's the sweater and stuff like that, but I thought it'd be a bit more. But I'm not a 4K collector anyway by any means, so I'm happy with my DVD box set. The steel is 200 quid. Normal is 99. That's a lot of money for just some steel books. They look nice, don't get me wrong, but that's a lot of money. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I can't pull the trigger on um, upgrading. I don't know what it is. I love the DVD, the old nostalgic. But if you're down that route, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I bet they look incredible. And the best thing is, I don't know about the UK, but Christian from Planet CHH was saying that Part 5 is uncut, so you get more gore. So there's more like when Dan's on the bike and the things go in the hand. There's more of that. It's an uncut version of Part 5. That could be worth it alone, to be honest, just to see an uncut version of 5. How cool would that be? That'd be really nice. That would be good. Right, guys, wrapping it up. Superb live, great talking records. We do more vinyl talks. I think I like it. I like it, and I sorry if I've made you look at records on eBay. It's too tempting. Some ain't saying certain films do look amazing, but others don't need it. So I do pick and choose. Like 99 seems okay for that many films, though. Well, you're getting 7. You get 7 films, aren't you? It's not bad for 7 films. And I can imagine what New Nightmare looks. Bidding on a Terrifier 3, so nice one. Let me know if you get it, dude. Send me a message. Brilliant. I love them. Look at them there. Love them. Love me records. Love a score. I had nothing better than when I come in, I sit down right there. I face that way. I can face those beautiful film posters. Drop a needle. Nothing better. Absolutely takes me out of it. I'm there. And then I sit there with the album cover, for example, and I'm just doing this. You know what I mean? Looking at all the artwork. Oh, yeah. When you get a gatefold and it's incredible like that, nothing better. Nothing better at all. Yeah. Sorry in advance if I'm making you buy records. So there you go. Right, guys, going to wrap it up. Coming up to nearly 90 minutes now. So yeah, great chat. Thanks for coming on and chatting with us, talking records, great stuff. SP episode being filmed tomorrow. Might throw some hints out tomorrow when I'm with Liam. We might do. We're not. I don't know why, but we normally tell people what we are, but which one we're doing. But for some reason, we just haven't with this one. I don't know why. I'm excited though. It's my choice, so I'm excited. So it's a real good one for Halloween. Put it that way. So yeah, interesting. Right. Thanks, guys. Anyone want to say anything before we go? Cheers. Be here next time. Got to get on Trick or Treat soon. Yeah, as in I've got to get the score to. Do you know what? I've watched the film twice and it just hasn't grabbed me, so I just need to watch it again because that's anthology style, isn't it? And that's what I love. Yeah, I need to do that. Well, I got Cat's Eyes to watch. So I got that from your DVD bundle, dude, and I need to watch that. I haven't watched that in years. Need to watch that. I want to get Twilight Zone, but you can't get it on DVD, can you? Oh, you mean an SP episode? Yeah. Well, one of us needs to buy it. I think. I don't think Liam's got it, so one of us needs to get it. Score is good. I did hear a snippet before on the Waxwork sale. They had a snippet from it on, and I thought, oh, that sounded good. So I need to rewatch the movie and then think about the score. There's the picture discs, isn't it? There's really nice picture discs out there, which I do like a picture disc. I don't know how they sound, but And Liftman says you'll recheck out the Waxwork sale. I'm gonna probably try not to. I don't know. If I see something, I'll just want it. That's my issue. So yeah, they sound great as well. Well, there you go. There you go. It's been verified by my buddy that the picture discs sound great. So there you go. Anyway, guys, I'm going to roll out now. I'm not a transformer, but I'm going to roll out. Get something to eat. Chill out for a bit. put on some scores, and go to bed. Sounds good. Thanks for being with us. Always fun. In a bit, people. That's right. Excellent stuff. And we'll see you real soon. Yeah? All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all soon. Nice one.